guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. It's Friday. Today's a special day. You know why? Because it's my 50th episode. I'm on my hot mark. So that means I gotta work a couple months more, then I will get to reach 100. Anyway, yesterday I did my shortest Periscope, and then my husband complained and says it's too short. Why? I didn't think it's too short because if you log on to YouTube, it's always about 3 minutes, 5 minutes movie, isn't it? So, but anyway, since today, so I decided from now on, I will try to answer whatever relative question so I can make up to 10 minutes. You know, if you guys are not tired of me anyway. So, since today is a special day, I'm gonna try to group several questions together and just answer it all together. Originally, I was planning to do one question an episode regarding to all the psychic questions, but then I realized there might be quite a few repetitive. So let's start with the first one here. When you see spirits, how do they look? Do they have human form, bodies, or are they light? Okay, when I see spirits, they usually have a form. That form is usually what that soul like of themselves the most during all the process. You know, that means that one soul might be reincarnated so many times, but they happen to have the best memory as a Mayan, then most likely they will be in that form. Or if that soul is being trapped in a story or ghost, for example. Ghosts usually look like the way they were before they die. But spirits, if they are not trapped by their previous life story, they will usually present in the form of their most favorite time during their reincarnation. So sometimes they can look weird because sometimes there will be some form that I never met or never seen before. And sometimes they could be just light. Right? They could just come in like an energy that you know that energy doesn't belong to you if you are very aware of your being or surrounding. Then when that energy comes, you know that doesn't belong to you. So they could be a light too. But to answer that question, most of spirits will choose to be in the form that they are most comfortable to, or a form that you can associate with. So I hope that answered that question. Next, what other thing can you see, assuming that's you is me? So such as fairy, goblin, or etc. Well, if you follow my episode so far, you probably understand there's already quite a lot of things I see. I see, again, let me clarify. I can only speak for myself. I cannot speak for all psychic. I see fairy, if you say fairy, goblin, and elf, and ghost, devil, best spirit, higher spirit, spirit guide. I don't know. I mean, the term, most of the term that commonly people know, if it is a new term, I don't know, but commonly people know, I do see them. I think the reason I do see them is because I really want to figure out if they are right or they are true or false. Therefore, get me into digging into them. I also see the energy, aura, and then the thought. When people sprout a thought, that's called intention. I usually see that intention come out. So when their behavior is very different from their intention, it creates conflict energy. I see that too. That's how I know when people are lying. But you know, as I say, I'm very good at not pointing it out. I just play along. That I'm very good at too. So I also see future life, which is all kind of alternative future that I mentioned before, and also the past life. So I really cannot name. There's a lot. I really don't know how to name it anyway. So, but there are a lot of things. As I say yesterday, the universe is so big. There's a lot of things I haven't seen and don't know if I'm interested in seeing. But I can tell you, I have not seen a vampire, I have not seen a zombie, or I have not seen a werewolf. And no, I don't want to see them, but there are a lot of things I've never seen before. So I hope that answered that question. I can only answer for myself the things I see or do not see. Okay, next question. I think we can go through this really quick. So, can psychic see aura? Are we able to see our own auras? Again, I can only answer for myself. I'm pretty sure some psychics see aura, some psychic doesn't, but that doesn't make them better or worse. They just, as I say, it's different channel, right? Things you see is just simply different channel, assuming it's like a radio station. So you have to do that micro adjustment so you can hear that specific channel. That's basically how psychic skill develop. If we are comfortable in one skill, and then we can use it, naturally, just like our muscle, we can eat. If we want to eat, we can, drink, or if we can use that muscle comfortably, then most likely we will try to develop other channel, adjust it, and then we see other thing. So, aura, can psychic see aura? I can see aura. I don't know if other psychic can see aura, but I don't just see aura. I see it if I choose to see. It's like I will eat if I choose to eat. If I don't want to eat, I don't eat anything. I don't see it. It's the same thing, right? So, are we able to see our own aura? Yes, I already mentioned that before. You have to, in order to see aura, they almost got a foundation to it. You have to be sensitive to color. Does that make sense to you? I hope it makes sense to. First, you have to be sensitive to color. Then you have to almost close your eyes. You can still feel the color. Does that make sense? Then you have to exercise. The seeing is not really just seeing. Like, you have to understand, a lot of time, psychic don't just see it with their physical eyes. There's so many ways we can actually see things without using our physical eyes. So, I would say if you develop those 3 areas, and then you are personally very aware of your energy, your being, your up and down, your surrounding, seeing aura is just a matter of, time, right? Like, I already have many clients come to me and say, they would do something, all of a sudden they see the color radiate out their body. So, it really would depends on how your psychic ability get developed. But I would say the one who usually tend to see aura faster than the other, they usually have that artistic sense in them, that they are naturally born more sensitive to color and all that. Okay, next question. I got a lot of questions about what psychic can see. It's really psychic just like you and me. There are things we see we don't see. So, can psychic see when a soul is leaving a body? I personally find this question very cute because I don't know. That's the question I gotta tell you. I don't know. Why? Because I never stare at someone, consistently, and then watching their soul leave their body. That basically means I never really stare at some people dying, or, I never have that experience. So I cannot answer your question. I can tell you if their soul is in their body or not, but I cannot tell you, can they see they leaving their body? No, because I personally don't have that experience to answer that question. And, I don't think I'm interested in having that experience either. So, hope that answered that question. The last one, I hope this is the last one about can I see anything? Okay, can you see how many times we were being reincarnated? Does higher number means we are an older soul? can I see how many times you guys being reincarnated? Can I see it as they are all in front of me? Probably not, because as I say, your database record a lot of things. So when I walk in, it's more like walking to the grand library of your local city. I don't know how big it is, but Vancouver library is quite big. So it's like that. You walk in there and then that's all you see. So can I count? Not so much. I cannot count one by one. No. But if I do ask, it usually will have it's like a Google search. It will flash out a number and it will stop at a certain number. So that's usually what happened to me, which may or may not be correct answer. I will hear. It's like, I walk into a library and I ask the librarian how many books there are in this library, and the librarian will tell me, well, it's roughly 1 million books. So that's basically what it's like for me. So I will have a fixed number, which may be roughly, but not precisely. So this higher number means we are an older soul. That, I would say, if you ask me 6 years ago, I probably would say yes. But, as I dig in more and more, I start to realize some number really doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't, because some soul, that's assuming one soul in this life, we really work our issue and we really learn it, right? But if you follow my episode so far, you will understand we don't always work our issue every life. Sometimes we procrastinate it. Sometimes we check out early. Sometimes we do whatever decision we decide to do. We decided, make our issue other people's issue. So in that situation, what ends up happening is you will reincarnate to a life and then still do exactly the same task. You know what I mean? Like you were still doing the same thing that you're supposed to get done 2 tasks ago or 10 tasks ago or things like that. So, in that case, you will have bigger number of reincarnation. But if you define older soul as wiser soul, I'm gonna assume that's what you meant by that, because as I say, right, people define older as they are wiser. So that doesn't equal one another. That just means they have way more reincarnation based on if they need it to get evolved or not. But they could be older because they probably, as a age-wise, they're probably older. That's why they can reincarnate so many times, right? So anyway, that's not bad. I covered 5 questions. So, I hope I can go through this really quick, just all the psychic. People have I think, after reading the question, I start to realize people have a idea of psychic. I don't know how to describe that. I think it's because they start from the fear of unknown, right? We don't know what psychic really is. And we don't know what they don't know, what they can do to us, or what they can, things like that. So we start to mystify it. I just make it look so mysterious. But, I can hear constantly tell you, psychic is really just like a normal people. Because you were supposed to be born psychic anyway. It just, through the society, we forget our skill. But you were supposed to be a psychic anyway, but you forget about it. But as a psychic, I still have a family. I have a life. I have friends I have to see. I have good or bad. I have up and low. I have frustration too sometimes. I got time that I really want to kill someone, and I got time I really, think the world is wonderful. I mean, I have emotion just like you and me. So, what I really try to say is psychic is no different from anybody. So I hope by through doing the episode 1 by 1, I can demystify all the psychic, your perception of psychic. It's really not so different from anybody else. Anyway, I thought that's quite efficient. If you like what I'm doing, join me live on Periscope, or go to my Facebook, or subscribe my YouTube channel, or go to my website ruowen.com. There are a lot of topics that you can search up, and kind of understand. If you don't really know what I'm talking about, like for example, ferry, you don't know what I'm talking about, Google ferry. For ferry under my site, you can probably find the answer. I talk about it already. So, till then, I guess I will see you guys next week. Bye.